everyone, and welcome back to Wookie Arcade. Today on the channel, I'm going to be discussing what I want to see in Chapter 2, Season 6. This is going to be a video full of information. I'm just going to kind of throw it all at you guys on what I would personally like to see in the next season of Fortnite. But before we get into the video, please make sure to subscribe with post notifications on and like this video for more Fortnite content in the future. And before we get into the actual video, I would like to point out my new FaceCam border, which is super stylish. I made it myself. It is animated and I love it a lot. Gonna be using it for a ton of videos in the future. Anyways, Epic Games actually has came out and said that there will not be a Chapter 3 for another few years and that the full 10 seasons of this chapter will be played out to the end. So that means we're going to be stuck in Chapter 2 for a long time. But no worries, because I am assured that Epic Games will make the next 4 seasons very memorable. Without further ado, let's get into discussing what I want to see in Chapter 2, Season 6. Thinking of theme. So Chapter 2 has been kind of copying the themes of previous seasons from Chapter 1. Like this season, it's all themed about hunters and colliding realities. That was the exact same theme of Chapter 5, except minus the hunters. And also, Chapter 1, Season 4, that was all about superheroes. And then Chapter 2, Season 4 was all about Marvel superheroes. So as you can see, there's a connection there. So, if this pattern keeps going along, we can expect that in Season 6, we will be getting a similar theme to the Kevin season or Season 6, Chapter 1. Now, I have a very strong opinion that Kevin the Cube will be making a return at the end of this current season and will play into Chapter 2, Season 6, because that is kind of built in to my theory for Chapter 2, Season 6. And let me tell you, it's a good one. So without further ado, what I would like to see in Chapter 2, Season 6 is a Kevin the Cube rebirth theme. And if you don't know what that means, that is basically Kevin the Cube making a return. So this is what I'm thinking. The 0 point becomes so unstable, and it brings back Kevin the Cube at the end of the season, which I think maybe that could be what the live event is about, bringing Kevin the Cube back. So, in Chapter 2, Season 6, Kevin the Cube will take over the map, and we'll see some darkness themes again. Hopefully we don't get the return of zombies, because I personally didn't like zombies at all. Zombies are actually they're just annoying. And ghosts were decent, but the Halloween event ghosts, they weren't really good either. I didn't really enjoy them that much. As far as items in the game, I have a whole list of items that I want to see in Chapter 2, Season 6, including and not limited to the pump, because I can pretty much assure for everyone that we all miss the pump. And then I also want impulse grenades back, hunting rifles, and just the items that make Fortnite fun, because I feel like in Chapter 2, we kind of lost all the items that made Fortnite fun. So in Chapter 2, Season 6, I want them to add everything back. And I'm talking traps, I'm talking meme items like golf carts. Heck, we can even add quad crashers, not launchers, because quad launchers, even the quad burst that's in the game right now, that's ridiculously overpowered. Epic, please do something about it. It's not okay. But anyways, yeah, Chapter 2, Season 6, they need to add meme items back to make Fortnite fun again. Fortnite is just too sweaty right now. We need items to make it chill again. As far as weapons, I would like to see the infantry rifle back, because let's be honest, the infantry rifle did nothing wrong. Like it's the perfect gun, it's well balanced, has great aim, rewards accuracy. I mean, it's an all-around great gun. Also, we need to see the removal of the charge. I've tried to get to know it, but it's just not that good. It just doesn't hit the same way as a pump or a tac, if you know what I mean. And also, tacs, they have to stay in the game. If they remove tacs again, I will be mad, because tacs, I feel like they're just an all-around beginner-friendly, useful shotgun. I mean, no one dislikes the tac shotgun. Anyways, yeah, Chapter 2, Season 6, add back the right guns. But anyways, for Chapter 2, Season 6, I want to see Epic take advantage of what they can do with the game. Like we saw in previous seasons that they can do a lot of stuff with their game. I feel like they're not taking advantage of that a lot. So I want to see stuff like Kevin the Cube can be like an NPC or something that can strike you with lightning. Like, I'm talking anything. Epic needs to get creative with this season, because if Fortnite is going to be saved, Fortnite needs to get creative and bring in big ideas and stuff that will get old players, OG Chapter 1 players, to come back to the game. I feel like Fortnite needs that nostalgia and a little bit of new content in order to get people back. But let's be honest, people are still playing Fortnite. Fortnite is still a very popular game, but people have been leaving because it's not as fun as it was in Chapter 1. So that's what I think Epic needs to do. They need to add back old weapons, they need to add back old stuff to make it fun again. Now, let's talk about the gold system. Chapter 2 Season 5, it brought us gold in the whole in-game currency system. I personally think it's great, and I love gold, but there are definitely a few changes that need to be made to it to make it, let's just say, more balanced. You need to collect gold, and you can save gold up over the course of games. Now, this is both a good thing
and a bad thing.
Up a ton of gold and you can buy exotics. But then, once you blow through all that gold, you have to spend countless games getting it back up again. So I'm thinking the gold system needs to be totally revamped in Chapter 2 Season 6. So what I'm thinking is that you can't save gold up through the course of games. And you start off with 0 gold, just like in Fortnite Arena. So you just have to start with 0 gold and get gold from kills as you go on through the game. And I think Fortnite would benefit from this so much, because then it would be not as sweaty and it would be more of a challenge to get exotic weapons. Speaking of exotic weapons, I love exotic weapons, and I really want to see Fortnite take advantage of exotic weapons in Season 6. Like, I don't care, add like a exotic drum gun. Like, go crazy. Like, the exotic system is just an all-around great thing to introduce crazy and wacky guns to Fortnite. I really think Epic's got something going with that. Also, NPCs, with the introduction of Chapter 2 Season 5, again, we got NPCs. I love NPCs, but they are far from perfect, and they need a lot of work. So this is what I'm thinking. NPCs, only a select few of them actually upgrade your weapons. And as you know, this was a big downgrade, because in Chapter 2 Season 4, there were upgrade benches, and you could literally just go around and upgrade your weapon as long as you had an upgrade bench, and it was great. But now, in Chapter 2 Season 5, you can only upgrade your weapons at a certain few NPCs that offer you the option to do that. And I think in Chapter 2 Season 6, all of the NPCs should give you the option to upgrade your weapon. And also, I also think the game is very slow-paced right now. The game in Fortnite is very slow-paced. And I think in order to get the pace of the game up a little bit and make it more enjoyable, we need to get more mobility items back. With the removal of helicopters ever since then, I felt like the game has been a little bit slow-paced and the mobility hasn't been great. So I think in Chapter 2 Season 6, either introduce a new vehicle that's creative, interesting, and brand new, or add back launch pads, because launch pads, they're just a basic Fortnite symbol, and launch pads, they allow players to get around the map, get out of tough situations. We need them back, short story, and I pick up the pace of the Fortnite games. Also, in Chapter 2 Season 6, let's talk about map changes. I want huge map changes in Chapter 2 Season 6. This season, we didn't really get a lot of huge map changes, and I think that is one of the slow things about this season, because this season right now feels very slow. It feels like at the beginning of the season, we had like a very clear storyline, and it was going to be a great storyline season. But we haven't really gotten anything. So I'm thinking, in Chapter 2 Season 6, we need huge map changes. If we're going to get the OG Chapter 1 players to come back to Fortnite, we need huge map changes, stuff that will really draw the attention of old gamers. So I really think Epic needs to really go big. Like, I don't care, I'd like a Kevin the Cube fortress. Like, the community would go nuts over that. So I think there needs to be huge map changes. Like in Chapter 2 Season 4, we got the addition of Stark Industries, and that was huge. Everyone loved it. So I think we definitely need huge map changes in Chapter 2 Season 6. And I think that is about it for everything that I want to see in Chapter 2 Season 6. Leave a comment down below to tell me what you would like to see in Chapter 2 Season 6, and I'll see you guys next time on Wookie Arcade. Peace!